Welcome back to Grammar Grade 10. This is Unit 11, Lesson 78, and today we're taking on the commas that show up in titles, addresses, dates, and numbers. These are the commas nobody debates. There's a right place for them, and readers expect to find them exactly there. The good news? Once you see the pattern, it repeats in every one of these situations. Let's get into it. Let's set the frame first. Most comma rules leave you a little room. You can hear where the pause belongs, and you place it. Not these. Some commas are rules, not choices. Titles, addresses, places, dates, and numbers. In those 5 situations, readers expect the commas in the very same spots, every single time, the way they expect a word to be spelled the same way twice. It's a convention. Nobody argues about it. And that's actually good news for you, because it means there's nothing to judge. You just learn the pattern once, and then you use it everywhere. Let's start with titles and degrees that follow a person's name. The rule is short. When a title comes after the name, you set it off with commas on both sides. Sylvia Chang, PhD, will speak tonight. Look at that carefully. There's a comma before the degree. That's the one everybody remembers. And there's another comma right after it, because the sentence keeps going. Same shape here. Marcus Reed Jr. signed the contract. A comma opens the title, and a comma closes it. Think of the 2 commas as a pair of hands holding the title in place. Open it, close it, every time. And this works for any title after a name. A doctor's degree, a junior, a governor, a senator from Ohio. If it follows the name and the sentence goes on, it gets a comma on each side. Now addresses. When an address sits inside a sentence, you put a comma after each part of it. Watch this one. She moved to 44 Oak Lane, Mason, Ohio, last spring. Count them with me. A comma after the street, a comma after the city, and yes, a comma after the state as well, because the sentence is still rolling on toward last spring. Every part gets a comma. But here comes the exception people love to get wrong. When a state stands next to its zip code, look what happens. Columbus, Ohio, 43210. There's a comma between the city and the state, absolutely. But between the state and the zip, there is no comma at all. They sit side by side with nothing but a space. So hold both halves of that. Every part of the address gets a comma, and the zip code does not. Geographical terms follow exactly the same shape. Put a comma between the city and the state or country. And then, if the sentence keeps going, a comma after the last part too. We landed in Lima, Peru at dawn. Lima, comma, Peru. And then a comma after Peru, because at dawn is still coming. Here's another one. The Boulder, Colorado lab hired her. Notice that the place name is sitting right in the middle of the sentence, and it's wrapped in commas on both sides, just like the title after a name was. Once you see it, it's the same move every time. Open the place, close the place, keep going. Dates work the same way, with one trap waiting in them. Between the day and the year, you put a comma, and then another comma after the year if the sentence continues. On July 4th, 1776, the delegates signed. That's 2 commas, not 1. A comma after the 4, and a comma after 1776. Now the trap. If you only have a month and a year, there's no comma at all. July 1776, nothing between them. And if you only have a month and a day, again, nothing goes between them. So the comma only shows up when the day and the year are both there, sitting next to each other. Day plus year gets a comma, and if the sentence goes on, the year gets one after it too. Now let me put my finger on the single mistake almost everyone makes with these commas. Writers remember the comma before. they almost never remember the comma after. Look at this. Mason, Ohio, last spring. The comma before Ohio is right where it belongs. Good. But the sentence keeps rolling into last spring, and Ohio is just hanging there with no comma to close it. Now fix it. Mason, Ohio, last spring. Opened and closed, both hands on it. And here is the whole rule in one line, covering titles, addresses, places, and dates all at once. If the sentence keeps going after the element, you need a closing comma too. Last piece, and it's the easiest one, numbers. In a long number, commas break the digits into groups of 3, counting from the right. So 1,000,025 looks like this, with a comma after the 1 and another after the 250. 84,600 becomes 84,600. The commas make a long number readable at a glance. Your eye grabs the thousands and the millions instantly, without counting digits. But careful, not every string of digits gets this treatment. Years, zip codes, house numbers, and page numbers stay plain. 1996, a zip code, a page number, no commas anywhere in those. They aren't really counting numbers, they're labels. So the split is simple. Numbers you count with take commas, and numbers that name something do not. In this first set, I'll give you a sentence, and you decide whether it's already correct or whether it's missing that closing comma. Pause the video and choose before I reveal each answer. Nadia Ruiz, MD, will present the study. The title is opened properly. There's a comma right after Ruiz. But then the degree runs straight into will present, with nothing between them. The sentence keeps going, so the title needs a closing comma too. This one needs a comma after MD. We stopped in Austin, Texas on the way home. Check both sides. There's a comma between the city and the state, and there's a comma after Texas, because the sentence keeps going into on the way home. Both commas are already sitting where they belong, so this sentence is correct as written. On May 9th, 1994, the museum opened. The comma between the day and the year is there, so that half is fine. But look at what follows. The museum opened. The sentence rolls right on, and the year has nothing closing it off. So this one needs a comma after 1994. Now the other half of the lesson, the places where a comma should not appear at all. For each one, pick the correct form. Pause and decide before I answer. Toledo, Ohio 43604, or Toledo, Ohio 43604. Remember the zip code rule. A comma goes between the city and the state, always. But between the state and the zip, there is never a comma. They sit side by side with only a space. So the correct form is Toledo, Ohio 43604. The store opened in March 1998. Does a comma belong between March and the year? No, it does not. When you have only a month and a year, with no day sitting between them, there is no comma at all. So March 1998 is the correct form. The stadium seats 42,500 people. Written out in digits, does that number take a comma? It's a long counting number, so yes, commas break it into groups of 3, counting from the right. The correct form is 42,500. Let's gather it all up. A title or a degree that follows a name is set off with commas on both sides. Sylvia Chang, PhD, will speak. Addresses, geographical names, and dates take a comma after each part. And, this is the one people miss, a comma after the last part too, whenever the sentence keeps going. And in long numbers, a comma marks off every 3 digits, counting from the right, while years, zip codes, and page numbers stay plain. Open it, close it, keep going. That's the whole habit. In our next lesson, we'll keep working with commas. I'll see you there.